how nice was Saturday for you to have the performance that you did, capped by that 55-yarder?
Yeah, it was good. No, I loved it. It was good to get out there and finally have a game where have some decent punts and get it in there. So still a lot to work out on from that game, but no, it was good to have a few good punts in there and help out the team.
How do you think you kicked this year?
I could improve. I think so. Yeah, it's sort of landing in the right areas and that, but a lot to work on. I think so. It was just good to have a few good punts on the weekend and help with the win. So.
What did that last punt do for your confidence? I mean, to get out there and it was a clutch situation, and you absolutely nailed it.
No, it was good. I was pumped that I was able to land inside the 10 and have him run down Devon Smith run down the outside and able to tackle him. So no, I loved it. It was really good to get out there and do that.
Did you realize how big that punt was for yourself?
Yeah, no, I realised how big it was going to be. So it was just good to be able to I was aiming to land around the 8, and so I think we landed around there. It was on the 7 or the 5 around there. So to be able to land it was great.
You're really good at pinning the opponents inside the 20. You haven't had many chances to boom it, but you've every time it seems like you had a chance to pin them inside the 20, you're able to do that. Did you know you had a knack for doing that?
Yeah, it was just I think with Australian rules football, the sport I played there was the end over the drop punt type kick. So that's what I've sort of been able to bring to this, bringing me over here was doing that, and that was the way the way sort of say the quarterback would throw is the way we pass the ball back home. So to be able to do the end over end, you sort of can be pretty accurate where you want that to land. So.
Hey Cameron, what's a road game like for a kid like you who's on sort of an extended road trip to begin with?
Oh no, it's great. I love it. You get to see different parts of America, and that's I've only been through LA Airport and Chicago Airport and here in Columbus. So to go for a road game, it's pretty good. You able to see different parts of America. So.
Coach Meyer knew as soon as the game was over on Saturday that your hang time was 4.4. Is that something that you're measuring in game?
Yeah, they're measuring in game. Yeah, it's just I got to get it up a bit higher. So I think that's what the aim is.
Who's standing there with a stopwatch measuring your hang time?
I think there's a few. I think there's a few of them. They're sort of set up in the stand. Yeah, they're on top of it. So, but I think I've got to work on that, get it a bit higher. So, yeah.
Your Big Ten Special Teams Player of the Week. What does that mean to you?
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's great. I didn't really know. I was saying that they just told me to send, but that's really good. It's good to be able to get out there and finally have a good game, and but there's still plenty of stuff to work on from it. So, but it's really good.
Hey, Kim, what's the number one misconception that you think Americans have about Aussies?
What about?
Well, I mean,
in just general?
Yeah, just in general. Have you had people say to you, "Hey, do you guys shrimp on a barbecue?"
Yeah, that one and Foster's.
Oh. That's not wrong, though.
No, that's wrong. I don't think that's not even brewed in Australia anymore. But no, that.
And what was the number one misconception you had about Americans?
I don't know. I knew a bit about it. It wasn't too bad.
You weren't expecting everybody to be
cowboy.
I think everyone was just. I think when I got into LA Airport, I just couldn't believe how loud everyone was. I think that was the biggest one.
Is that still true?
No, it's not too bad. Getting used to it. So.
Cameron, when we watch Aussie Rules football late at night on television here, we see a unique sport.
Yeah.
What do you see about Aussie Rules that translates well to what you're trying to do now in terms of executing different varieties of punts? Are there things that translate well from that game that you've been able to draw upon here?
Yep. Well, the program I did, Pro Kick Australia, back home with Nathan Chapman, he's working with that at the moment, and we've got say 20 to 30 guys here in the US, and he's working on that with guys coming out of the professional league there, with being able to use a drop punt and that type of kicks, and being able to pin it where you want to pin it. There's more and more people now starting to think it use this as a pathway to come over, just because it's with the kick, with punting in the way the technique's not too different. It's pretty similar. So, with a little bit of training, there's a lot more people back home that will be able to start.
Could you describe
put a backspin on the ball?
Yeah, well, that's the way. It's the way. It's to say say a 20, 30 yard pass. That's what we'd pin that, hit that hard with the way you end over and drop punt type kick. So that's a regular kick. To be able to kick that up in the air and land it inside the 20, that's what we do back home in the sport.
There was a punter this year who passed. I don't know who it was.
Yeah,
do you know?
Yeah, he went through the same program as me back home.
Okay.
John Berry.
He passed with a punt.
Yeah, he passed as a punt. We always muck around with that. I kicked with him back home before I came here. We all go back home in the spring and all work out together. So he was back there, and he's doing really well this year.
Is that a possibility here?
I'm not too sure, but he was pretty game to use it.
Yeah.
But it worked well, so he got it.
You showed that video to Kerry, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been showing it around because it's good to have another Australian doing it. He's doing really well. So And yeah, I saw that. I loved it. It was pretty good.
How precise can you be with the distance and the height of your punts? It can be like a golfer, a pro golfer who wants to hit a wedge shot, 95 versus 100, or how precise can you be?
Oh, it's getting better. I just got to keep working on it. I think I'm happy with it enough at the moment. I can be pretty precise with the end over drop punts, but yeah, no, I just got to keep working on it and try and get better and better as the year goes, I think.
And how's the ball itself? I know it's the ball that Braxton throws. He likes to throw it. Other kickers hated it.
I've heard that from a few, but I like it. I think it's you get the brand new ones, and if you get onto them, they can go a long way. So yeah, I heard from a few of the boys here that they don't really like. They're not the biggest fan of them, but I don't have issue. I like them quite a bit.
Cameron, a lot of Americans really enjoy the Australian accent. Has anybody asked you, whether it's a teammate or a student, to do something for them with your voice? Leave a voice message, a voicemail message. Anything? Honestly, has anybody asked you to do something because they just want to hear the tone of your voice?
Not really, no. The worst part though is you go out to restaurants or something, you order food. I think the waitress will end up asking about 4 to 5 times what you ask, and yeah, in the end you just get your friend to tell us. I don't know. But
it's an outback though.
I haven't been there yet, but I think Drew Basil, he keeps telling me we've got to go there, so you'll take me there soon.
Cameron, it looked like you had a little bit of a conversation with LeBron on the sidelines. What did you guys talk about? Did you say anything to him? It looked like at one point you guys were talking.
Oh no, we just had a chat. It wasn't too much. Just had a chat on the sideline, and then that many people came over, I couldn't kick into the net. So
was it a little unnerving having him standing right there while you're kicking into the net?
No, not really. It was just like back home, you'd always watch him on TV and that, and to be able to actually like meet him being there, it was a great experience. So be able to have that, and like you would 2 years ago, you were playing back home, you never would have thought you'd have met someone like that. So yeah, it's just, I think being here at Ohio State, you get those opportunities that I think nowhere else pretty much in the world you get those opportunities to do.
What was Kerry Combs like as a recruiter? He talked a little bit about recruiting you, and Urban Meyer said, "Go find a punter and find it now." What was Coach Combs like as a recruiter?
He was great, and I loved him. Yeah, the amount of energies he's got, and how much the passion he's got for Ohio State. I think that's what was the biggest draw card to come here. Was he knows his stuff that well, but then the amount of passion he has for it here in the game, it's amazing.
It was really like at the 11th hour. I mean, what was your plan B? Would you have gone to? I think you said you were going to go to Alabama as a gray shirt. Was that the plan?
Oh yeah, I was working out to go with them. Yeah, there, but I was with when they said to come on official visit here, there was no I was always going to come in. So
when this opened up at Ohio State, were you like surprised? I mean, just take us through that if you would.
No, we'd spoken to him for a bit previously, and then they decided to go with Townsend, but then he sort of pulled out. So from there we sort of just got back in touch and just showed the videos and that type of thing. He just went through the normal process Nathan Chapman does with Pro Kick, and I didn't really have much of it to do with it. He does a lot of that sort of thing. So
they were looking at you even before Townsend then. So even like back in.
Oh, there was chats. Yeah, there was a little few chat, but it was just yeah.
Okay. So when they brought you here, that's when you pretty much knew that this is serious now.
Yeah, once they said come on official visit, it was, sort of knew it was pretty serious. So.
Did they offer you on the spot then when you came here? Or when did you know they were offering you a scholarship?
Yeah, at the end of this visit. So it was good. It was good to see it around here and all that type of thing. So.
Yeah. How's the adjustment just in life aside from football?
It's not too bad. There hasn't been too much differences. Like at first, it was just like you're just getting used to being here and that type of thing. But I've had really no issues. It's just been great. Like the guys are amazing, and like Drew, Bryce, and George and Kyle and those guys in the special teams get along great with them. So it's not too bad.
Your grandparents.
The time difference back home, just talk about your parents being able to watch your game, especially an 8 o'clock game here.
Yeah, that was perfect. So we had an 8 o'clock game, so that was our Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So they were able to get up. So it saved them. Like I think some of the other games at 12 o'clock, they're up at 2 in the morning. So it's about 14 hours. I think it's going about 15 soon. But they were up at 2 in the morning. It was good to be able to get them up at 10 a.m. saving up to stay up from 2 till 5. So yeah.
Your grandparents were here stateside to watch a game, were they not?
Yeah, they were here for the first game. It was their 50th wedding anniversary, so they decided to come over. So it was great to have me for the first game, and they loved it. They thought it was a great experience. They'd never really seen anything like it before, so it was really good.
Great. Cameron, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think
Thanks,
Jared would like you to leave his voicemail message now.